Sup, Boppus? So let me clarify something. There's a lot of things they say about me that are untrue, but one in particular is that I raised my children in drug houses. Now, first of all, for the majority of their childhood, up until they were well into their teens, I didn't fucking... No, wait, let me think. Yeah, I think Hannah was like 12 or something when I would sneak a couple tokes here and there to deal with the pain of my illness, you know? And I kept that under wraps, you know? I wasn't sitting there fucking smoking weed in front of my kids. Then, the secret came out later on in Hannah's teen years. But I didn't drink and smoke weed the majority of their childhood. I still am not a drinker. I drink on a rare occasion. And I don't get fucked up either, majority of the time. I did last year in Detroit, but, and I don't regret it. I had a good goddamn time at that ministry show. So, to say that I raised my kids in drug houses, so I raised them in drug houses, but sent them to Catholic school, paid tuition. Yeah, that just doesn't make much sense there. So I kept food in our stomachs, clothes on our backs, and a roof over our heads in a warm home. So were the places that we lived in humble? Oh yeah. Most of the time. We weren't living lavishly, but we were definitely not living in drug houses. The fuck? I don't even know anyone that has a drug house. I'll be honest with you. I don't. Just because you're from the fucking hood doesn't mean you're, hanging out in fucking drug houses. You dumb fucking ignorant white people. So, being ill the majority of their childhood it was really difficult, but I really strive to teach them the right thing, and I was adamant about their education, about them being serious about their studies, about school. So, and I think that's apparent because Hannah went to the same school I went to. She went to SOMA and graduated at 19. And my oldest daughter has a master's degree. She has actually a major in fucking 2 or 3 minors. Yeah, and got her teaching certificate on top of all that. And did extremely well at university and graduate school. And their accomplishments are not my accomplishments, but I did always stress the importance of an education to my children. They knew all of their colors, all of their numbers, their alphabet. They knew all of the body parts. They knew, I'm trying to think what else. Shapes. They knew all their shapes before kindergarten. I'd sit there and teach them. I remember my daughter being little and pointing her, I'm like, where's your eyebrows? And she points her eyebrow. Eyebrows? I read to them all the time. I tried to teach them life lessons so they wouldn't make the same mistakes I did. I tried to shelter them and protect them as much as I possibly could. So, yeah. And, at one point, I had bought a mobile home, and it was beautiful. It was, everything in it was brand new. It was big, and it was a newer one, with the siding and the shingled roof and everything, like a tiny little rectangle house. And I thought, oh, I'll pay this off, and then I'll have a down payment for a house once I'm done, and then I'll have my credit established and everything else. Well, it turned out that they had remodeled this mobile home. They had covered up mold with the flooring, the carpet tile. Even it was behind the new walls they had installed. So pretty soon, we started to become very ill, extremely sick. The place was just overrun with black toxic mold, unbeknownst to me, of course, when I bought the home. So I had to abandon that home, and then, I moved to Chicago with my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter, she stayed with my father because I didn't want her and she didn't want to change high schools. She was doing well in her high school, and it was good school, and I didn't want to fuck that up for her. That was a hard choice. But it worked out well for her, and that was paramount. So yeah, I don't know where the fuck this could all be so easily disputed. But they spread this around so other gang stalkers be like, oh, wow, it's fucking horrible. She's a terrible person. Then they'll be more apt to torture me, right? If they think these terrible things about me. So yeah, I made it a point to raise 2 young women that are strong and capable, and I believe that I have done that. So there you go. There's that.